inside of that. The other ideas I was thinking about, we could potentially put webbing in between the legs, which is kind of like almost like a face hugger. Like a face hugger has that kind of look to it for an extent of the leg, not the whole thing. So we could play around with that. But I was going to see what if we put some of this like almost like a little shell thing, and that would kind of come in here. And what I can do is I can start drawing out lines. And if I don't like it, I can always just kind of stretch it, right? I can stretch it, or I can, and it'll keep the detail. So drawing out where I think that could be an interesting shape, and then coming back and saying, okay, you know, maybe I want to tweak that shape, adjust that shape, put it in a more pleasing angle. And then, you know, a lot of people ask when you're doing digital sculpting or just 3D modeling in general about like topology. And so everybody wonders, like, what's topology? And first off, for you guys who are just watching the stream who don't even know what topology is, it's how polygons are laid out. So as I zoom in, you'll see all these squares, how the polygons are laid out to actually form a mesh. So what happens typical in normal 3D modeling is when I sculpt something, you'll see these polygons will get really long, and they get like really messed up. And I can't actually put any more detail in this area right here. Right, it gets all crunchy because it's just the vertices here are shooting off into nowhere. But ZBrush has this really cool feature, so if I want to pull one of these things or remove something to where now they're just going to start stacking up on each other, so I'll just crush all this right here with this brush. Right, something like this. That's kind of stacked on each other. It has a cool feature called Dynamesh where I can rewrap the whole object in topology that's more evenly spaced out and more suited for sculpting. So it's pretty
That's awesome.
Pretty powerful feature, and I think that's part of what in the past 5-10 years, ZBrush, I think Dynamesh came out about 2, maybe 3 years ago. It's the one that really made everybody realize that you could sculpt for concept, not just for, I mean, they were doing it beforehand as well, but not just as a tool to just add detail to high-res models.
All right.
That's really cool.
So let's go ahead and do our second question. These questions came from Josh before the show. These were the things that he would like to know that would help him to create the thing. The next question, it may be aggressive, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's at the top of its food chain.
Yeah.
So the next question is this thing a predator or prey? So enter 1 in Twitch chat if it's predator, or 2 if it's prey.
So I mean,
What do you think, Tyler?
Probably some clarification to this question too. Sorry to interrupt. Like, it can be obviously a spider by its nature is predator, right? We know that. So it's more of how high on the food chain I think is this thing going to be.
What was 1 again?
1 is predator and 2 is prey. I was really hoping for a friendly, you know, bottom of the food chain like Charlotte's Web, like.
So I'll give my opinion first. I feel like we said it's aggressive and needs to go all the way. I'm gonna go with a fierce freaking spider.
It's better be predator or none at all.
No. What do you, Jerry? You still sticking with 2? You want
Yes,
to be prey?
apparently I'm just taking the losing track on this whole thing right here.
So Josh, we talked on the post where we gathered, you know, ideas for this show about a bit about your past. But in case anybody may have missed that, can you tell us a bit about some of the cool stuff you've worked on in your time?
Yeah, sure. So before coming to CIG, I did I worked at a couple other places. The first place, I'll do the whole history lesson for you guys. When I graduated school, I went to school here in Noman here in Hollywood, which is a CG trade tech school. And so after I graduated from there, I ended up working at Legacy Effects. And Legacy Effects is basically, it's old Stan Winston Studios. It's when Stan Winston passed away, some of the key guys there ended up working and kind of taking over the shop and renaming it Legacy. If you don't know what Stan Winston is, shame on you. But second, it's basically the old practical effects house that did creatures and costumes for Terminator, Predator, Jurassic Park, all kinds of different cool things from that.
No, he owes me $5.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah. So yeah, I went there and I worked there for a little while, doing all different kinds of things. And then after that, I worked at Naughty Dog on Uncharted 3 for a little while as a character artist there. You know, doing all different kinds of things and that's part of why I really always have liked games, but it was kind of what set me into saying, you know what, I really want to work in games more, because I like the ability to kind of have an impact, a larger impact on a project. I think that's whenever anybody asks me a question about, like, you know, how is it transitioning from games to film, because I've done both, it's the thing that I notice is that film is such a massive endeavor, right? If you look at the credits of a movie, they're just ridiculously long, right? Especially, and that's not a slam to them. It's just a huge project. They're massive projects. So you can be a very integral part of that process, but you're not necessarily, like, you know, don't have as much impact as you might at a game studio, where you can say, you know what, hey, you know, I have an idea for this. You know, I have an idea for a creature that I want to put in this game. Well, we should sculpt it live on Twitch and see if the community would be interested in. We can't do that in a film, right? We can't say, hey, you know what, we're going to do that, but here we can come up with some fun ideas, with some cool ideas, and kind of you know, just figure out what we're going to do with that.
You wouldn't get to do this on a movie.
No, absolutely not. Like, you'd never be able to do that.
Less than 30 seconds left to vote, guys. Is our aggressive flying spider predator or prey?
I have a feeling I know which way it's going to go.
Yeah. it's another landslide vote.
Is it?
It's another landslide vote.
The Tylers always seem to know the right choices.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Well, I'm not predicting what it will win. I'm saying what I want.
What you want. Yeah, that's
I
fine.
just want what nobody else.
Or I guess we're just more aggressive.
Apparently. And the final results: 396 votes for predator, 209 for prey.
Okay. Well, that's not terrible. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start adding in legs. So then this is the part of the reason I was actually asking for these votes, is because, you know, the body shape of a spider is relatively similar between most other insects, right? But when you get into, you know, different types of spiders, different types of animals, their limbs are going to be huge indicators as far as what they're actually going to be, you know, looking like.
So you want to ask them how many legs it should have?
Yeah, how many legs? I mean, obviously spiders have 8, but we can make
spiders
that
on Earth
thing.
do. Spiders on Earth do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Do they have to be an even number of legs?
Nope.
All right. So let's say, you want to say anywhere from 4 to 8.
Yeah. 4 and 8 is good. Or 10. 4 to 10. Let's
Oh,
do
4 to 10. Okay. So there's not so many options. So we'll do 6 to 10. So we'll do 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 here.
All right.
I kind of want to see an odd number.
I don't know how that would be done.
Yeah, that's kind of why I want to see it.
We'll figure it out.
All right, so the next poll is open, guys. This is how many legs will our aggressive predator flying spider thing have? Actually, let me change these answers here, because with the numbers, it gets a little odd. So the options are 7, 8.
You know, I could see an odd number. Like the odd numbered leg is kind of like a stabilizer, right? This thing's gonna fly.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So we are starting the poll open again right now. Press 1. This is a little harder because it's a number-based thing. So press 1 for 6, 2 for 7, 3 for 8, 4 for 9, and 5 for 10. It's the only way to do it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
No, I can fix it. I can do better.
Oh, okay.
I can do better.
I'm thinking 9.
I like the idea of 9 also.
I like the Just get out of here. Stop it. I like the idea of it being like a traditional spider with, like, you know, 4 on each side, and then like 1 additional that's just kind of like helps balance it in flight, helps stable. I don't know.
Cool.
I'm not an artist, but that's my vote.
You can try it. I mean, I'm happy to try it. Absolutely. I don't know if it's going to be.
I can't hear.
Josh is saying even number.
Yeah. No, I would love an even number, but I'm happy to try to do a.
Well, I guess
number.
because you do it's mirrored sculpting. It looks like, so an even number would be significantly easier.
It'd be a little easier, but it's also like I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to make that work. Either way.
All right, so we're trying this now. Now you should be able to enter the numbers that you're looking for. So enter 6 for 6, enter 7.
Nice.
Oh, no, what?
Good job.
Nope. It broke.
Just make it a flying squirrel. I think we're beyond making it a squirrel.
So what happens when you try to do this for the first time?
I'm going to start adding.
It's pretty kick butt, actually.
Trying to figure out the best way to do it. So I could do it a couple different ways. I can take one of my tools here, and I can just grab one of these legs and start pulling it out, right?
Oh,
start doing
gosh.
this kind of stuff. Or
It
I can
immediately
actually,
got creepy.
or I can actually append, which is what one of the features in ZBrush is called, where I can append and I can
Okay.
just grab it and send.
All right, we
so I
finally
might
figured
start
out the
with
technical
that.
issue with the thing because the numbers are making so this poll starts now. Everybody enter a 6 for 6, a 7 for 7, an 8 for 8, a 9 for 9, and a 10 for 10.
All right. Once
Seeing
we
a
get
lot of
these in, it'll
nines.
help a lot. Oh wow, 9 legs.
Josh is like, why did we open
Why
it?
did we- why did I ever
Why
agree
did
to
we
this?
do this?
I think they picked 9 so that the stream will go longer.
That's probably true. I would not be shocked with that at all. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a Dynamesh object.
Just give him a tail and say it's a 9th leg.
There you go. All right, and now what I can do is I can actually start just pulling. And
Wow, that's really cool.
so I can start taking these, I can bend them. And even though you'll see that
Wow.
destroys the topology, what I'll do is I'll just wrap it in new topology and it'll fix it.
Was that Dynamesh again, or
It is, yep.
We have another guest who wants to swing
Oh.
by.
Oh no.
who is it?
It's Sean Tracy.
Oh,
Hi, Sean Tracy.
Oh
Boy.
no, Sean Tracy.
This doesn't look anything like a space whale. Space whales don't need legs.
Oh no, here we go.
Chat's going to catch up in 30 seconds, and they're going to get rowdy. That's what happens. Sean comes around, and things get rowdy.
Things get rowdy and whaley. Space
Yes,
whaley.
yes. The rules for this
Oh,
particular
my.
contest were a terrestrial creature. So
Yeah.
space
Oh,
whale
really?
was disqualified for this particular.
Space whale with legs. Space spider whale.
Space spider whale.
Oh,
Spider.
see,
Hey,
somebody
it
should
can't
Flying
be space
aggressive.
anything if it's
Sean,
terrestrial.
if Sean has an idea, he can take it to the forum posts.
Wow.
Yes,
just
you
get
can use
shut
our new
down from
communications
Tyler?
platform,
I think you
Spectrum,
may
and
have.
go submit your suggestion.
That wasn't me, Sean. That was the new Tyler.
No, what?
Well,
Oh, this is really confusing.
well, you know what? Fine. 3.0 doesn't come out until space whales. That's just how it's going. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, everyone. Okay, I just wanted to come and crash you a little bit. That was fun. All right, hi and bye.
All right, guys. So yeah, I'm just making a leg.
Bye,
here.
Sean.
Bye, Sean.
Bye, Sean.
Bye, Sean.
Come back never. No, I'm kidding.
We do have an announcement. The much anticipated Anvil Hurricane sale is now up for everybody.
Ooh.
So by all means, stay with us in the stream. We've got more votes coming, but don't forget to check out our brand new concept ship, the Anvil Hurricane, available now on robertspaceindustries.com.
Ooh.
So
That
it looks
is
like
creepy.
the poll still has about 1 minute left.
What's the leader right now?
The leader is 9.
Okay.
The leader is 9.
Okay.
The Tylers are 3 for 3.
Space whaler riot. Sean always knows how to stop by and start a riot.
Yes.
So what did you just do there? You just
So I made
just
one
mirrored
leg,
it.
and the reason I made it as a separate object was so that I could actually start mirroring legs.
Is this
and
the whole peanut gallery is coming by?
Yeah, everybody's coming by. So with them being separate, I can also start, just kind of duplicating them as well. So I can take this one, I can take it and duplicate it, and now I can start making separate legs, doing different things.
Oh wow.
So we'll start, and I'm just going to make the same one over and over and over for now.
Where are you going to put that 9th, though?
That's kind of what the question is going to be. So I'm a little worried about that.
But, maybe it's not like a normal leg. Maybe it's like a vestigial leg from
It's
a
gonna
previous.
get weird.
It's
This
gonna
is
get a little
weird. Everybody's
strange.
thinking
Yeah,
about it.
no, go on. Yeah, explain what
know.
it is.
I don't know. You're the people who voted. I asked if they could do odd numbers. You said yes.
I did.
So and
We are
and,
giving you the true look.
What
into
about like
this
a leg
development.
that
Yeah.
just sticks straight up on the
Oh, yeah.
back?
and
Yeah.
in this,
So-
the star setting community did not
It should be a
disappoint me.
stinger.
It's like an antenna.
So 9 was
I
the
gotta have
clear
a
winner.
stinger,
Nice,
right?
the clear
Oh, yeah,
winner.
give him
9
a
was the clear winner.
All
A
right.
stinger on the end of a leg. I don't. There's like a
I
scorpion
have-
tail.
I have an idea of how I can. I have a fallback plan just in case 9 legs doesn't work. I have an idea.
Is that to make it 8 legs?
No, yeah, I was gonna say it's called vetoing the crowd.
Yeah, right.
It's I will try it though. We will try it. So let's get the 8th leg in there, Usually the 8th legs on the spiders are in totally different proportions. So like,
Why did we choose spider
okay, it's starting to
again?
go like this. Right now it looks like a little like a, I don't know, like a weird ninja star or something. So I want to like rotate with symmetry on.
It looks creepy.
Normally those front legs are always sticking out like real far, right?
Yeah.
You guys in Texas have massive spiders.
Yeah, we do. So and every time I see them, it's not like you get used to them.
Every time you're like, and I still hate this.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have a guy that sits near me, and then like a little spider comes into my office, and I'm like, Eric, get in here!
Get it. So I'm switching out my different types of brushes. I have like normal move brushes, which is basically just like a grab
That was creepy looking.
point with
Looked
a
like a
sphere of
tap dance.
influence. Yeah. But this one can actually
Almost spit out my
pulls it
water.
and it kind of grabs it and transforms it a little bit differently. So one thing I would normally do, and I actually didn't do intentionally, is because I knew that we were going to have community input, was grab references. So I would normally say like, okay, for mix a spider or mix all this kind of stuff, like I would grab aggressive stuff and I would grab all these different kinds of shapes to kind of play with and then combine them or use them as reference and influence. But I didn't do that this time. So we're going to just kind of fly. I wouldn't say blind, but we're kind of flying like.
For those of you who have just joined us, because our viewership is rising steadily throughout the stream, and welcome
Oh wow!
everybody.
It's almost 2,200 people in here.
Oh, awesome.
Welcome to Happy Hour Game Dev, our brand new, hopefully repeating occasionally version of Happy Hour, where we design a creature that we will submit. You know, it still has to go through the same process as all other creatures and all other ships and everything. But we're creating a concept for a creature for potential inclusion in Star Citizen, and our special guest here doing a good portion of the work anyway.
And when you say repeating, I'd like to clarify that doesn't mean this is going to be every Friday.
No. I mean, if we get a healthy number of people watching and you guys enjoy the show, we'll try to do this again occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Can we make a sloth next time?
No.
There's a lot of
Why
requests
not?
for sloths, but they all seem to come from one person.
Yes.
Mm,
Yes. I do want to.
No comment.
I would like to be on the thread though when you submit a 9-legged spider to Chris though.
No, it'll be great. It's going to be really good.
Yes, please Skype me into that.
So I'm taking and I've merged all these legs into one, and what I can do now is, like you saw with the move tool, I could grab one. We saw this dance, right? I can actually grab them all and kind of warp and adjust them now. So I can start tweaking and saying like, all right, if I want this thing to like have a little bit more of an aggressive stance, I can start grabbing some of the legs, and maybe, you know, sometimes when they have like this weird, like maybe if the legs are coming over, you get like that daddy long leg kind of feel. That's a little too cartoony for us. Or maybe we want I don't know, maybe if these ones stick out quite a ways. Kind of like the idea of these front ones being, these back ones being real long.
Yeah.
And these ones kind of being like a little shorter. Still trying to figure out where that 9th one's going to go. Still got that thing, that looming thing. I like the idea of this abdomen.
We're all making the same joke in our heads.
Yep.
Yeah, we are.
None of us are saying it live on stream.
I'm sure you guys are. Right. So
I don't know what he's talking about.
this is a kid-friendly show.
Yes. I like how you got chat on board with the sloth.
So we could
They're
do like
throwing
one of
the new
these
guy
kind of
boat.
stinger things, right? We could bring in like, this is bad because of this thing, but like we could do, we could bring something in. We consider that another arm.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
The other idea that I had.
That's the most appropriate option.
Yes.
Thank you. The other idea that I had was we could take one of these, and let me just rip these off real quick, make a separate set. Let's just duplicate it, hide all the rest. There we go, and then I'll delete the rest of those. All right, I'll make a little small set, right? And this one will be like the really, delete the unhidden stuff there. I have these little nasty, tiny,
God!
Like grabby hands.
little tiny little lobster, like, you know, in lobsters,
Yeah.
like the.
Right, so would you like us to put that question to the chat in a poll?
Well, see, here's what here was my real fallback plan. was if they had this one, maybe maybe these little claw things could be a little bigger, and like a little crab. Sometimes when crabs fight other crabs, they lose arms.
It could
they
be a
lose
single
legs.
one, like Starship Troopers.
Yeah, he could.
That would be the.
Yeah, we could have
That
done
would be
that
the same thing you're doing, but.
But maybe he could
smaller.
just like be missing one. Right? He could just be missing one because he's been in some. He's seen some stuff.
Yeah.
Good censorship.
So how would we put that to the chat? Stinger Stinger is an option.
All right, so we can do either Stinger, we can do Grabby Hands, or we can do, well, I guess what would we say the Starship Trooper?
Both.
Starship Trooper, like a center leg, as I think it would be called.
Stinger. Okay,
Well, what if
Stinger,
it was a
what were the options?
stinger, but it was so long it could also be a grabby hand? It just like goes over his body and feeds. That would work.
Grabby hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
No?
Or single poker.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So-
what you
so-
could call it.
I liked the grabby hands. They were terrifying.
Yep.
But we have a lot of scorpions in Texas, and they're also terrifying.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
So
true.
we have started the poll. It is ninth leg. What? So 1 for Stinger, 2 for grabby hands, or 3 for single poker.
Yeah. Perfect. I'll even start making the unileg here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on.
I'm
What is
undecided.
it? Really
I would put it in
undecided?
the front for obvious reasons, right? I mean, I think that's fair. I think so. If I put it here, I can start adjusting. So the difference that like with a creature like in Starship Troopers is that their bodies are not low to the ground. Their body is actually way up here, and they kind of sit on a little stalk, and then they have their little tripod legs.
I was thinking about the brain bug. Remember the
Yeah.
brain bug had that one that
Oh,
came
yeah.
out? That's what I was
Yes.
thinking for like the ninth.
Like the straw.
They sucked his brains out.
This is a much closer vote.
Oh, good.
The unicorn
much closer
spider.
vote.
I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with Stinger.
Stinger.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Stinger.
Tusk gave a much better. Showed up and gave a much better word for the single poker, a proboscis.
That is a
Thank you,
considerably
Toast,
better
for
word.
showing up with the thing that it actually is,
Proper words.
I'm googling that right now.
and not exposing my limited vocabulary. Single poker.
Ah, yes, the old single poker look.
An elongated appendage from the head of an animal. Yeah,
That's
he nailed it.
That's correct. Absolutely correct.
I will say though that single poker is winning right now.
I mean, we could
Is
do
it
like a
really?
nine
Yep.
like this.
Single poker is winning, but Stinger is hot on its tail.
Which number was Stinger again?
You can't vote.
Wait, so
No,
we
I'm not.
said- We did say single poker was proboscis, right?
Yeah, for the proboscis.
Okay, good.
Proboscis is a Nabisco
Oh, is it? It's a different
soft-filled
flavor.
pudding-filled snack.
Oh,
It's a
excellent.
premium biscuit. Pro
A
biscuits.
premium.
Premium
proboscis.
biscuit.
Proboscis.
Oh,
There's 2 minutes left in the vote, guys.
all right. And once we get some of this stuff in here, now.
I think the single poker is terrifying.
It feels like a unicorn spider to me.
Well, if you put on its head, sure, and it had sprinkles.
What was that?
Unicorn spider.
Oh, I was like, what did you guys? Were you
It's
okay?
like
I
a.
can't-
It's like
You
an
would like it.
angler. It's like an angler fish.
Oh, wow. Single poker and Stinger are neck and neck with 205 votes each. Stinger is pulling
Oh.
ahead.
Oh,
Stinger and single poker in neck and neck competition, guys. 1 minute and 20 seconds
Yes,
left.
this reminds me of that game where you shoot the water in the thing and the horses
Yeah.
move.
oh, is it the race to get to the finish line?
Yes.
Yep, those are good ones.
Stinger.
All right, and one other
Poker.
idea I'm going to start
Poker.
blocking out.
Poker.
Pro.
You really do want the poker?
I like the poker.
Fair
That's
enough.
terrifying.
Fair
We
enough.
finally couldn't come to an agreement.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Let's see. Our ninth leg led to the most contested vote we've had so far.
That's great. I mean, I think that's why it's fun to do this because we could get ideas that we wouldn't always think of. Like, this is cool.
Wow, this is going to be really close. This is going to be really close.
Do you guys think about if I start like webbing these together? Is that weird? I think it would be interesting. Interesting doesn't always mean like it's gonna work. I've realized.
Yes.
But I'm like, I think this is a cool idea, and sometimes I try it and I'm like,
That's the story of my life.
So how does it work with? So you're sculpting this right now, and you can still kind of see the polygons when you look closely. So like, what is this process like for? Let's say once you've gotten that base mesh all figured out, how does the detail work even start?
Sure. So what you do is you start subdividing, and when you start subdividing, it's basically I think that's actually gonna work. Maybe here. So, sorry. In ZBrush, you work in tools and subtools, and each subtool can be subdivided. So right now, if I zoom in on this headpiece, right now you see it's really polygonal. Did we get votes in?
Yep. With a vote of 293 to 290.
Oh, wow. That's very
The
Wow.
Stinger.
Okay.
Yeah!
The Stinger won.
My
the vote.
Stinger it
people.
is.
My people.
All right, let's put it in there.
Yes. 07 in chat from my Stinger people.
All right, so we can do.
I can't win anything. I won the 9. I won the 9
We
legs.
could either do the old, scorpion tail, or we could do the bee style or something like that. You know, we could do like a little tiny one in the back. I feel like people are probably wanting this one though. Something that comes out of here.
This is like a spider that does yoga right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Most certainly.
Would spiders be good at yoga?
Is this like a tentacle tail?
I don't know. Let's ask chat.
What
Would
classifies
spiders
somebody as being good at yoga?
be good
Proper form,
at
Proper form.
yoga?
Do they get like? I don't do
Yes.
yoga.
proper breathing.
Oh yeah. Like they get different levels of certificates. I don't actually know anything about yoga.
I don't know. We'll start that poll. We'll put that to chat. Would spiders be good at yoga? 1 for yes, 2 for no.
So the whole stinger idea kind of eliminates the ability to have wings on its back that are going to probably flare open, right?
Yeah, I think the wings would have to kind
They'd get in the way. So we would have to either find a way for it to open to the side, like a different type of bug, or it needs to glide. So if it was gliding, it would probably need
Oh,
to have
I don't know
stuff like-
why a gliding spider sounds scarier than a flying spider.
Well, gliding spiders exist in the real world.
Yeah.
They glide. But this is a flying. This is one that can actually propel itself.
What if we could just... I'm drawing a mask here. I'm going to draw this, see if I can drag this out. This is the Spider-Man with the little web wings.
Which are in the new movie.
Yeah, they sure are. In his homecoming debut. Let's see if I can make that work.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
If there's something there that might...
I'm actually surprised on how quickly we're able to get this done in just the short amount of time we have.
Yeah, the progress.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I feel like we're making actually pretty good strides on this.
Got about 20 minutes left.
Okay. Is this a separate mesh?
Yeah, we need just like some Mission Impossible countdown music. You have like 20 minutes left.
Oh no.
Yes.
Dun dun
Oh,
dun
no.
dun 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 dun.
All right, let's hide that. I wanted the other one. That one.
About 25 minutes. We did start a bit late.
Yes.
Thank
Totally agree.
Any extra time available, I will take it.
Sure. Let's do a 24-hour stream.
And
I'm going home.
What have I
and-
signed myself
and
up
with a roughly 2-to-1 margin, yes, spiders would be good at yoga. And those were the only 2 options people had to vote on. Yes or no. There certainly was not a third option on that poll.
Well, what would the third option have been? Maybe?
No, there just wasn't a third option.
Okay, good.
Undecided.
Unknown.
Un-
Unknown.
Never
We'd
met
have
a
to see
yoga
it.
dude.
We need it
but-
for science, yeah.
Yeah.
The people watching the stream know what I'm talking about. Interesting.
No, I like that. I like it a lot.
I think there's something really weird in there that could be kind
Do
of
the middle legs have to come out more in order to fan that out a bit more? Or?
You mean like for this to come out?
Yeah, I mean, would that realistically be able to fly like that?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Are you not a
You have to ask
arachnid
him.
ornithologist?
We could give him. Let's see if we flare this out a little bit.
We could throw it into that wind tunnel simulator that somebody posted on the community hub.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Put to the test.
All right. I think I just generally want to adjust some of his proportions as well, because I mean it's what I would probably start doing now. So we got a kind of a block out, right? It's kind of working.
Yeah. I
Not
think
bad
you
for
could
the time
have
we got.
wings if if the tail thing were part of the animation too, like the tail went back as the wings went up.
Let's just put in some quick. We'll see what we could do with some quickie wings here.
I don't know. I'm thinking about that flying gremlin in Gremlins 2.
Uh-huh.
The bat gremlin, was that what it was? Yeah. You know, as happens when you drink a bat potion.
Mm-hmm. Classic bat potion.
Well, it's the same origin as Batman.
Wouldn't the stinger wing be under so you can sting while flying and landing on a target? I guess it could move
Very
around.
possible, yeah. Maybe
it could move around.
It could go. It could go the other way.
That is true. That is true. That seems to make more sense. If it is a flying, it seems like the proboscis would be.
So let's just kind of, we'll put it. Maybe it could also like be behind him too, right? Like if it's something, because then you would want to be able to move multiple directions.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Oh, what if it had a terrible ball joint like on the end? It just could go up and down. That would be terrifying. That would be
ball joint.
Make the stinger gimbaled.
Yeah, a gimbaled stinger. Size 2 gimbal on that stinger, Josh.
Size 2.
Size
I
2
haven't
gimbal.
heard him that excited since we went and got ice cream together last time I was in town.
Well, really, even not as excited as Whataburger when you guys were here for PAX South.
Okay, that's totally fair. Yeah, good suggestion from chat. You just changed the entire stinger with that one line.
So we'll say it's like. I think I don't know. I was thinking actually about stingers because we were thinking about this, and something to be a little different was like, like jellyfish. They technically have a stinger, but it's like not actually what we think
I know
of when we
jellyfish.
think of a stinger.
They owe me
So
$5.
you're thinking like an organic tail
Like a
thing that
tentacle,
stings?
like basically, like it's got this little thing that's out here, and it's got this little.
Tentacles was highly requested in the thread.
Was it?
Yeah, it wasn't winning, but there were a lot of people talking about him, so
Oh wow.
could be a good route to go.
We weren't going to count those people's votes. No. So we have another question here about its size.
Oh yeah, that was the last one that I was asking.
So let's see.
Then I have this thing. So I was gonna do. It's a cool feature here is you can actually just start clipping off shapes. So if we want to do something that's like a really.
All right, so here's the next poll. It is how big, and your options are 1 for small, 2 for medium, 3 for large, and 4 for huge.
What do you classify as huge? Like as big as an airplane?
That's up to Josh.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I would say like dino sized, like big dino, like
Like
T-Rex
dinosaur
size.
size?
Yeah,
like
T-Rex
gargantuan.
size, like what's the one from
What's
Shelob? How do you say that from Lord of the Rings? The big fucking.
Oh.
Oops, sorry. Big spider. Family friendly.
There's also the massive spiders. Have you ever seen the movie The Mist?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also a good example.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Sometimes when you get rolling, you just can't.
That's right. Did you hear Charles Barkley yesterday on NBA Live?
No.
Oh yeah.
Is it terrible?
He did it too, talking about the Knicks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. If I had to watch the Knicks,
first.
yeah, if I had to watch the Knicks, I'd be cursing too.
Yeah, of course you would.
No, you're not the first. You won't be the last.
So this.
So, Tyler, what size do you think should be?
I'm saying medium.
Medium.
Yeah.
So
You know,
what would you, when you're saying medium, what
no.
size would you actually like?
When I say
Compared to
medium,
something.
I'm talking like the size of a like a wolf, like a dog size.
No, the second he said huge meant dinosaur size, that was going to win.
Yeah, did that make it win?
The second he said this was a Godzilla.
Well, there's a difference between Godzilla. That's a kaiju.
But think about it, y'all. Imagine seeing this creature that's like the size of a dog with its quick feet running over at you or flying, whatever. That's terrifying.
Nope. Nope.
Remember,
Nope.
remember that this is a concept of the thing. It still has to be submitted for approval and whatnot.
No, absolutely.
So none of these decisions are final. These are just what we're making and what we're going to submit. What we're going to send up through the process and see what happens.
So you're saying it's not in 262?
No.
Just checking.
Ooh, I like the little thing you just got rid of.
Which thing?
Those
Wrecked.
little yeah, I like the dot. I like
The hole?
Yeah, I think I like holes in the wings.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's cool.
I mean,
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of a wing?
Maybe it's just well worn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He's a veteran in battle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no, this thing has seen some
Stuff.
Isn't that by definition Z fighting?
Sort of. So Z fighting is like when two things sit on things exactly the
Exactly.
same.
Right. So you see them flashing.
This is just intersecting.
1 minute left in the poll. How big?
Yeah.
Tell me what's in last place.
Yeah.
It says Tyler Wicket.
How original of you.
Small. Small is in
Okay.
last place.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good.
No, basically it is in ascending order of size.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The bigger, the more votes.
So I guess large is like a horse.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Or a lion, something big. If medium was a dog, I would say that.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair to say. I still like those little grabby hands though. And if it's gonna be big,
Yeah, no, I
I think it might need little grabby hands, but we won't call them arms. We'll just call them grabby hands.
yeah,
so that
I
can be
think
its own
I
category.
think you can add your
Grabby hands, official term.
I mean, it was so close. It only lost the vote by 3.
Might as well
I
just add
think
them
it's
both.
fair to put them both in.
Yeah, sure.
So somebody just
Thank God. our
walked
democracy-
up to the office that we're in right now and stuck a piece of paper to the glass window with tape, and it says pedipalps are missing. And I guess it's like the grabby hands.
The grabby
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah,
I think it was Keegan. He just walked up and stuck it on the wall and left.
Hey, Keegan.
I didn't even see that it was Keegan. I just assumed that's something
Yeah,
Keegan would do.
Yeah, that sounds like
A
something.
sign
Keegan would
just
do.
randomly appears.
And I'm
A
sure if
wild
it
sign.
wasn't Keegan, he probably had something to do
Hey,
with
well,
it.
it's
all the
super
same.
effective, so don't worry. Cool. So now I think we've got the base shapes in.
Yeah.
I think we can. I don't really know if this would be like the final idea of the wing. I kind of like it feeling a little sleeker, but now the thing is, when we talk about, I'm just going to, by the way, just save this to something.
We haven't saved any of our
Don't
work,
worry
is
about it, everybody.
Oh,
We're
it was Jeffrey Pease that put the paper.
Oh.
Hey, Jeff.
So I'm going
Bearded
to adjust
CIG.
some proportions. So what we're going to do is I'm going to actually do a plugin called Transpose Master. And what this does is, on the right, you can see all the different pieces. So I can select them and I can highlight them individually. So we have our body, our head, our little tail thing, our legs, and then our grabby hands, and then our wings. What it's going to do is this is part of why I saved, is I'm going to mash them all into one. So it's one thing. And like what you guys saw before with the move brushes and all that, I can actually do that same thing now, where I can move all of it as one object rather than before, which is several objects. And I can even sculpt on it as several objects as well. So if I want to kind of do this thing to kind of change the proportions of it, again, because as we're looking at like sizes and shapes, it will destroy the actual sculpture itself, but the shapes within that can be good and used for later. And I kind of like this idea of this thing being back heavy.
Little drunk in the trunk.
Well, yeah, a little something like that. And then I also wanted to stretch this out a little bit. Change some of these profile shapes.
Impressive.
Symmetry on.
Oh, now he's going sharper.
So I can also grab any of these kind of at one time.
Does it have eyes?
There's like a lot of little dots on here. So once I split this up, assuming we have 10 minutes left or something like that, it looks like I will play with those a little bit. I think I want.
We have got to do this again. This is awesome.
Yeah, guys. If for Star Citizen backers, if you enjoyed this broadcast, take to Spectrum, take to Reddit, take to social media. Let us know. Let us know.
Yes,
if
I
you
enjoyed
it.
this.
Just kind of different leg shapes.
Should be still about 2 more minutes. I don't know about that tentacle in the back,
Right,
though.
and then what I'll do is I'll split that back out.
I like the
They're
steamer
saying, take a
original.
vote. Do we like it?
Do you like me? Check this box.
So let's spend a little time detailing, because Tyler, you asked that question earlier.
Yeah.
So again, now that we just made that quick change, I'll just save again. Cool.
That's one of the things I was curious is if it was all handcrafted or if you used like stamps or something.
Sometimes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a subdivision. So what that's going to do is just add more polygons, and you'll see it kind of just smooths out the object itself. So I actually don't like that all the way, so I'll just add polygons here, and then I'll allow it to be smoothed a bit. And I can start coming in.
I'll tell you what just happened. If you guys were wondering what the look and everything, we have in our mocap stage here, we have some skylights, and there's an open skylight right there, and something flew overhead and blotted it out, and it got really dark all of a sudden and really light. And I'm like, we are sitting here making this giant flying spider thing, and something was big enough
Oh my
to
goodness.
fly and block the entire skylight for just a second before it moved.
I'm gonna go hide in the bathroom.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man.
Most likely a
I'm telling
flying
you.
spider with a stinger.
this is the
What is
worst
that?
version of Weird
Noise
Science
outside.
ever.
I got my doors open.
I had to, I didn't, when I was doing that move before, it wasn't symmetrical, so I needed to adjust that.
I don't know. We like asymmetry here.
Yeah, but when you're trying to sculpt with speed in
Oh,
mind,
yeah.
you want symmetry as much as possible. So I'm going to just up-res this.
Yeah, let's hope it was just an Amazon drone delivery.
Right. So now we got a little extra detail, and we can start putting some in there. Oh, I like this. So this is just a little polygon here, just kind of sticking out by itself. Maybe if that's, we can actually, yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea. Insert a key. Where is it? Insert sphere.
I'm getting messages from other developers. Ah, flying spiders.
Yeah. No, I'm getting messages from developers making suggestions. So I think this is a good show. I think this is working. Even the team's getting in on it.
So we'll add a couple more. How many eyes should it have?
Oh, okay.
As many as I can fit on there can be an
How
option.
many eyes?
Little tiny little ones like this.
We'll do few.
Can we say it has to be an even number?
Bunch? We'll just say a few, a bunch, all of the eyes.
A lot of 42s in chat.
42.
All right, so we'll make this a shorter one. It's only 2 minutes. Start the poll. Poll's open now. How many eyes? Press 1 for just a few, 2 for a bunch, or 3 for all of the eyes.
All right. In the meantime, I'll just start detailing out as quickly as I can. So we'll start.
Shh. Yes, I
bringing
voted.
in
Don't
some
tell him.
little.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna vote then. Screw you.
Well, no, I'm gonna vote now.
Do I get a vote?
No, you're the worker monkey.
What are you voting for?
Jo-
Yeah, he voted
All
the
of the
same thing.
eyes.
Josh, what do you want to vote for?
Oh, I'm fine with any of them. I'd probably go for all of them. Let's just
I got you.
go crazy.
So how much more difficult is it doing something like this while people are watching and people are talking to you?
I think it's not. I mean, that difficult, to be honest. The hardest part is trying to speak while actually working, speaking and thinking, because I'm thinking in 2 different streams, I guess you could say.
Yeah, no, totally.
Trying to talk to you guys about my conversation, but then also trying to think about like what this current thing that I'm making is and what the right or a good artistic decision is. Those 2 things are kind of conflict sometimes.
Well, this is not the place for a good artistic decision.
Oh, somebody says, problem! If all the eyes are on top, how can it see what's underneath it while flying?
Oh, excellent.
Oh,
Yeah, that's smart.
Who was that?
That was good.
Good job,
Oh,
Dark
wait.
Uncle.
Everybody stop talking. Oh, yeah, it's Dark
See,
Uncle. I
that's-
was like, everybody be quiet.
That raises a really cool question, and then that's kind of the questions I like to have fun with, because when you start designing creatures or designing things that are fitting into ecosystems or things that it's not intended to be, you create all these problems, right? So spiders are typically laying and sitting in wait, which is why all their eyes are on top of their head, and that's why they have so many.
Well,
Right.
what if this spider had it on like stalks that could move?
Or
that way
put
could,
the
that way
eyes
that way could look under it.
on the
look
grabby
above it.
hands.
Oh, that's kind of like a stock, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we could also make it so maybe this side over here is where some of the eyes could be. So
Or
they could
since all of the eyes
like,
clearly won, you could
right
just
here.
cover its entire
Oh.
head with eyes.
It's just a...
Yeah,
all
not
of the
even-
eyes won.
Oh, well, that's
Start
not
with the
even a
initial
question.
sphere, make it an eyeball.
Can it just be a single giant eyeball?
Yes.
Not with all of the eyes.
Like this.
You have to throw all of the eyes in.
We could have gone with
Sauron.
the Cyclops.
I I actually really like the Cyclops idea.
I do, but it would need one underneath too.
Oh, of course.
One underneath, one on top, and he has to close them in
Is
order
it like
to
a-
like see out of the other one.
Yeah, is that
Yeah,
like a
exactly.
dual flop?
Yeah.
He's got alternating eyelids.
That's really
He
cool.
can only keep one open.
It's all about focus with him. It's only focus on one thing. All right, we'll just start placing a bunch in here. Like some of these little tiny guys being in here. It disappears every time I draw a sphere, so I can see the size of the sphere.
Gotcha.
So it's not a bug; it's just a feature.
Spider clops. Spider clops.
I'll give it one in the middle for you, just because it's as many as we can put in there. All right, so we got some eyes in there, and what I'll do is, and then I guess these could be additional eyes.
Oh, just makes me itchy looking at it.
All right, we'll group
One.
this.
The ball turret eyeball. That was clever.
So those should be different colors, and which means I can split them apart into separate assets, and then I can start sculpting on them separately. So now they're separate, and I can take this. I can actually come in around
It just
some of
happened
them.
again.
Guys, it's back.
It's circling the building.
He's using ZBrush, Jabo.
Let's see, make sure I don't have this on.
Next stop, Nope City.
Yes, this is going to exist on planet Nope. Look for it to be added to the star map soon. As soon as I go in and talk to
Yes.
Sherry.
I think we can make that happen.
You add planet Nope, please.
It's just like one planet. If we do a lot of these, like over time, we'll have like a whole list of weird creatures, and they're just all on planet Nope.
Yes. Maybe if we annoy Chris enough, maybe he'll just like give us a planet and just like you just put your crap on this
Just
planet.
put all your weird stuff on this planet. It's really
Like,
far away.
Yeah, like the Island of Misfit Toys. We'll just be like full of all those ideas.
You know, in all seriousness, that's actually a really cool idea.
So I like that it's kind of making it, with having to fit all these eyeballs on there is making it really bumpy, which is going to play into that.
Planet Regrets.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That's a good one. Good job, Grit Splitter.
Or like an in-game zoo that you can visit that has all of the creatures created on Happy Hour Game Dev.
I like that. All right, so that's got like a little flat eye, because not all eyes are actually perfectly spherical.
So that's enough to see below, right?
Sure,
Yeah.
I can see down there.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah. He's got to have some blind spots. There's got to be a way to kill this thing. I want to make sure of that.
Yes, a nuke.
There you go.
It's the only way to be sure.
And then what I'm going to do, normally I might spend a little more time. You saw me spending some time kind of detailing out like some of the sections like this, but that might be a little too time intensive for this stream. So I can actually come in and change my brush settings here. And I'll just make it a spray brush. So spray brush is actually going to do this kind of stuff to it.
I'm out.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Can you do that again?
Ah. Hair on my arms.
It is now an avocado spider.
Oh no!
So I come
Now
in.
it has to be green.
And normally I would detail all this stuff afterwards, but you can also come in with some little small areas for little bumps here. I definitely want to
Nope. Everyone in chat. Nope.
kind of. I haven't really spent enough time on these as I would want to, but
Well, this won't be the end of this thing.
oh, I hope not.
What was the final count of the size?
Oh yeah, I think we
Oh.
assumed
Oh,
it
oh,
was real big, right?
I think it was a
It
landslide.
was huge. Yeah,
It was huge.
Yeah, they went in ascending order.
Oh, the margin was huge.
No, it was small to medium to large actually.
I don't think he got it.
No, I ignored it. It's a subtle difference.
We'll just carve in some of that real quick. Just to kind of get some of that in there. All right, so we've got that whole kind of thing
It's
happening.
coming together.
All right.
And then I
Looking
just
pretty
want
good.
to load. I think we're almost out of time, right? Are we running out of time?
I'm willing to approve 5 minutes of OT.
Okay,
you want.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
We're approving 5 minutes of OT for our inaugural edition.
So this is a
All
demo.
right.
This is like one of the default characters they have, but I like to use this dude as just a scale reference. So if we bring him in here. Let's see how big he is right now. He's real big.
Oh God.
That's unfortunate. That's a real unfortunate positioning of the import.
Of course.
You're
right?
watching the last broadcast of Disco Lando. I've
crying.
enjoyed working for you these last 2 years.
Yeah.
I,
All right.
Copy of that.
Oh.
I hope you'll speak fondly of me when I'm gone.
Oh man.
You know what? Sometimes that's what happens when you're working in 3D in games. You don't really know, but things happen.
That was great.
You're welcome.
I hear JJ laughing in the background too.
All right, so we'll put a little floor in here real quick just to kind of put this bad boy in there. So if this is...
Yeah, let's get some Rip Landos in chat.
Get some of this little tail action thing.
That one's going in the books.
Yep.
We know what the YouTube thumbnail is.
We'll bring him to the side a little bit, and we could maybe make him. Like, I figure he could almost, like,
Yeah.
at a certain point, you know, you've got, this is with perspective on without perspective. It's like, all right, when you're looking at size and scale, that's part of why I like asking those questions, because if it's, you know, yay big, it's still terrifying. I still
Still
don't
terrifying.
want, I still don't want that. And if it's, you know, still, like, now you're like, I could probably step on it, you know, I
Yeah.
could deal with it. That thing could chase me down and definitely kill me. And then you're getting to like this size as we get a little smaller. You know, if we're getting
It's
to
like
like
the medium dog. Oh
like-
yeah.
And remember, the huge won the vote.
oh yeah, this is like, would you say this is large or medium?
That's large.
That's large. That's
Large.
So would we say like
I think.
I
Yeah,
think it's too
I think
huge.
that's.
I
I
think like
think.
in here?
Yeah, I think having to duck your head under it. That's about right
There we go.
for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and this way, you know, maybe you can domesticate this thing and ride it around
Oh
Fair enough.
yeah.
at this scale.
All
If
right.
it doesn't eat you first.
Really?
It doesn't eat you first. We can do the old. Oh, that's not working.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
It's about to get weirder.
All right, everyone.
JJ, get ready to terminate the stream, please.
And here we go. All right. Oh, 3D. All right, so I think we got it pretty well laid out here. And
No,
as you saw before, I kind of destroyed this thing as it was changing
It's-
proportions.
It's
I know
fatal.
you guys are trolling, but I'm just gonna say it anyways. No, we did not confirm tameable and rideable mounts.
I look back at the moment that ended it all. It was when he approved 5 minutes of overtime. If he had
all
just killed the
started.
show,
If I would have just said,
When it
all
was
right, guys,
supposed
and
to
that's
go.
the end.
Yeah. Oh. It's amazing, Josh.
Yep.
It's amazing.
There we go. All right. I think I can,
got
of
tears
course,
in my eyes.
noodle all day on this stuff, so I think we're probably at about a good stopping point right now.
Awesome.
So let's rest at a nice angle, a nice shot for recreation. There you go.
Let's see, is it... Spiders are hard to
Spiders are hard.
see a good angle on. There we go. Something like that.
All right. Well,
There we go.
that.
So
Go right ahead, man.
they're asking for a name now.
That's
Oh.
what's going to happen next. Basically, what's going to happen is we save this on YouTube. It goes up on YouTube, and then I will create a new thread in Spectrum with a link to the episode so that the folks who weren't able to join us live can see it. And we will start a new thread to name this
I
thing.
vote
And
Herman.
You guys will. I vote Tim. So for the first episode of Happy Hour Game Dev, thank you for joining us, everybody. No. JJ's showing me the screenshots that are coming in already.
Oh man, there's gonna be a meme thread after this.
Going on my wall.
Go ahead and sign off, everybody.
Hey, Tyler Whitkin.
I'm Tyler Nolan.
It was a pleasure. And just as a quick side note, Tyler, I know Jared and I are extremely excited to have you on the team. For everybody watching, we got a lot of cool things planned. And yeah, that's all from us over here in Austin.
Josh?
Yep. Thanks a lot for having me, guys. It was really fun. I hope you guys all enjoyed it enough so we can come back and do it again. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
And for my final broadcast, I'm Jared Disco Lando. I'll see you on LinkedIn and social media. Take care, everybody.
Alrighty then. Yeah, thanks for coming out and checking out this basically rebroadcast.